A few minutes.
Bingo game.
Let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. Hello.
Hey,
I made it.
you made it.
We got 3.
We got 3. We're getting closer.
Well, I'm sorry about last week. That was just, I had a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah, I had a lot. So,
That time of, yeah. And it's that time of crazy year too. So
yeah, sure.
Are things for your family?
You what? Yes, ma'am. You can. Thank you.
Are they getting any
My
better?
mom. Oh, yeah. My mom fell Monday night, broke her shoulder.
Oh, man.
But she found out today she did not need, she won't need surgery.
that's
so
good.
sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry that she fell on
there you
both
go.
shoulders, but I'm glad
And
she.
she's like, it's my left shoulder. I'm right. She's right-handed. So she was very happy.
Okay.
So was I. And I was glad it wasn't a hip or her head.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway.
So we
That's
should be
okay.
good. If mine ends up going out, I will hop on my phone because our cable and internet have been going out a lot lately.
Well, that's no good. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. So I
Well,
will switch over and everything.
that's terrible. How's everyone else been? Good? Ruby, good?
Crazy as always.
Well, you know,
life is.
always. Yeah, that's the truth.
It's good. It's been wonderful.
Where is that?
Now, Ruby, you're from Elkins, right?
I am.
Okay. I'm trying to put, everything together.
I'm having a cup of peppermint tea because it's cold again. I think it's turned
I
in.
know. Yeah. I'm tired of the cold. Let's see if my computer will face another direction so you can see me better. Oh,
Well, you probably can't.
what did I just do?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll turn mine a little bit so you can.
Oh, we're
I-
viewing.
what?
This is Glenn. No, you didn't do anything. This is Glenda's.
You can see me? Oh, that's Glenda?
I can see you in the side. Yeah, I can
Okay,
see you.
good.
And
No,
so
it's better without the glare of the window behind me.
I'll try and get the window away from my side.
It's hard.
oh,
It's hard. It's all right.
yeah.
I think that's better.
Mm.
Okay.
Briefly. No, we got rid of it and said, no, don't use it.
I
There's
don't know.
Glenda.
So
Never seen one without what? Oh, well, that's for, yeah, transport. I can't hear Glenda. Is she talking to us at all or no?
no, I saw her for a minute on there, but she was on the
Yeah.
phone.
I
It looked
see
like.
her face. She's on the phone.
That's weird.
There, okay, now it's back. I'm technology challenged, so it's all good.
She was probably sharing her screen accidentally or something, or maybe IT was
Maybe.
sharing their screen.
Well, maybe. Okay. Because I thought I did it.
No.
Where'd you put it? Oh. Nano like that.
Can't believe Easter's already here too.
I know. It was a fundraiser that one of the one of the band girls is in choir, and she asked if I wanted to buy anything. And I looked at that and said, well, that's just got Jackson's name all over it. It's a round blanket, giant round blanket that's a pepperoni pizza.
Oh, see, there you go.
I was like, oh, that's got my kid's name. He loves blankets and he loves pizza. I was like, oh, he needs a pizza.
I mean, the best of both worlds.
He carried it home. I said, Happy Easter. There you go. He said, okay, thanks.
So one of you is from Prairie Grove and the other is
That's
from
me.
you.
I'm Prairie Grove.
Alrighty. And you're from Farmington?
West
Or-
Fork.
Okay, I see me up
I say
above
Travis is
now. Can you
from-
hear me?
Yes.
We can
Okay,
see you and hear
thank
you.
Bye.
Okay, let me see.
Sorry
I
about
think I
that.
can.
Let's see.
Put this on here. Where did it go? I can't type today. There we go.
Well, I thought I was in.
We can see and hear you.
Oh, and then I won't cuss.
There you are. Hello.
Okay. Trying to figure out how I can. Okay. Well, we still don't have a quorum.
Well, we need what, Travis or?
Yeah. Travis or, let me see.
I can't remember her name from Springdale. I'm a terrible person.
Felice Barrett. She's usually a little late, so let's wait and see, because I hate to have to do this again.
Yeah, and Lincoln doesn't have one. Is that correct still?
We're going to.
Oh, awesome. That's great. I wonder who they.
The letter is on its way to the judge right now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good.
That's exciting.
And
Okay.
then we'll have one at large, which is going to be Gary Ricker's wife. So they should be at our next meeting. So
Yeah, what's Gary's wife's name?
Shelley.
I was going to say, you were going to say Mrs. Ricker.
No.
Shelley. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. And
So,
then the Lincoln one, will she be at the next meeting too, potentially?
yes. And
Well, that's
her
awesome.
name is Wendy Lindsay. She was on the board quite a while back.
Okay. Well, that'd be
So-
awesome.
But we still need somebody else today. Travis,
like I like
Go
the
ahead.
3:15 to 3:30 thing. That's a little bit easier for me. I don't know about
okay.
other.
It's a lot easier with school pickup, even though I'm really close and everything, but just because all the buses and everything are right there, it's a lot easier for me to get her home and settled. So you're okay. Yes.
We're at Nana's because we got guitar after this. I got a guitar in the car. So he's happy. He's somewhere with a snack and a bathroom and a TV.
Well, this is not good. The press is going to get tired of my notifications.
Oh, that's all right. They can get tired of it. It's okay.
Susan, you're muted.
Yeah, I did that real quick so someone could get her snack quietly and the cat
Oh.
would hopefully follow her because the cat gets kind of noisy sometimes. So
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I just
no, it's okay.
We don't want the crinkle the snack package going on.
Or the cat going meow meow. No,
Oh, who cares?
she's loud. She's a loud cat, honestly. She's pretty loud.
Ruby, did you change your email address recently?
There's Travis.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I checked in my spam too, and it wasn't there.
Okay.
So, I
Did
don't
you
know.
say there's Travis?
Yeah, he shows on mine.
He doesn't show on mine. He's got me blocked.
Yeah, he's muted and not on camera.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll get there eventually.
But we have a quorum, right?
With Travis here, we do.
I
Yes,
just can't see him or hear him.
he's a figment of our imagination.
Well,
Okay. Well, he went away and came. Maybe he's trying again. I had to try several times. Finally had to get IT to do it.
Glenda, I was telling them if mine goes out, I'll jump back in on my phone because we've been having problems with our cable and internet going in
I'd
and out
heard
a
that.
lot.
I'd heard that.
Yeah, so it's sketchy at
Okay.
times. So
I saw a bunch of Cox trucks yesterday when I was doing the courier delivery, but I'm trying to remember where I saw them.
they're doing some other utility work further past where we live, and I think when they started doing it, they messed with some of the other lines because my neighbors have been having lots of problems too. So I think, yeah, but
That's
And I know-
frustrating. I'm sorry.
never fun. I know.
Okay. I don't see him anymore.
I wonder if he just couldn't connect and is trying again.
Yeah, he's trying again. So
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, I have no idea. I have no idea why, but my phone will not let me get out of safe driving mode, so you won't be able to see me. Sorry.
well, we'll miss seeing you, but at least you're here.
I'm here. I can hear you, and I can
that's-
see y'all. So it's kind of a bonus that you're not seeing me.
Well, I wouldn't be at my desk except IT changed the emails this week, and I can't use my iPad yet to get into the email. So I'll take care of that tomorrow. Okay, so we have a quorum now. And let's see. We don't currently have a chair. We'll do election of officers in our new business. So would someone like to call the meeting to order?
I'll call it to order. Susan McCown.
Okay, thank you, Susan.
Yeah. That does not commit me though, does it?
Yeah.
No,
No. Okay, thank you.
not as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, good.
All right. So I guess has everybody looked at the minutes? Did you
Yes.
see any errors, or I know it was a long time ago.
Not that I could see.
Okay. Would
I
you
didn't
all
see
like-
anything.
Okay, thank you, Travis. Then would someone like to make a motion to approve
I
the
move
minutes?
to accept minutes as written for
Okay.
November
And
2022.
Second.
Travis, second.
Yes.
Okay. And then a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Thank you. That gets us to the director's report. And a lot has happened since then. But what I'll do is just kind of run through it. The budget was approved by the quorum court, and they didn't make allowances for part-time staff raises. And so what I did is I averaged what the office got and gave them 10.6%. And then they have transferred that money from our reserves to cover, because you all had approved the budget with what the quorum court decided for raises and pay.
In other words, you gave up your raise to share it with everyone else. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. They rated the positions and stuff. I got a 4% raise. Two of the other staff members got 15 and I think 16% increase. And I gave the part-timers the average of that amount. And so they needed to be bumped up anyhow. And I figured that was the most logical way to do it. It seemed fair. So let's see. I don't know if you've been aware, I'm sure the librarians are aware, that Senate Bill 81 was passed. It had been modified some. I had that. I've been working on the annual report, so if you see paperwork everywhere, that's why. Anyhow, basically, we have 90 days to get set up for this. I do not have a county policy. I have a Greenland and Winslow policy for when people are not happy with materials. But it looks like I may have to design one and have you all approve it, because if the libraries get more money from the county than they do for their city, then the complaints, first they go to a committee that I would determine, and people would read the book and make a decision on whether it should be relocated in the library to a place where kids couldn't get to it unless their parent was with them. But if it's somebody like Greenland or Winslow or even Springdale, because they get more money from us than they do their city, then that takes it to, if it makes it out of our committee and we decide to keep it, then they can go to, and I'm not sure if it's the judge or the quorum court. And then if it's the quorum court, then they all have to read it and make a decision whether it's appropriate or not for the collection. And my understanding is then it would be relocated to a place not accessible by people under 18, which I guess in Greenland is going to be under the desk because there's no place, and that's going to be an issue at some of the other libraries too. But it is the law, and we're going to have to work with it. To me, it's ironic that I might have to buy 15 copies or 14 copies of the book so that the quorum court can all read it within the timeline. But you know, that's how it's written. And like I said, we'll do what we need to do. At least they're letting the books stay in the library. And so that is a good thing. And I think as challenges happen, I believe that those books may become more popular because it'll be in the newspaper and everything.
I can add some very recent direct experience on at the school level. So
Yes.
the books that we limited at the school had not been checked out in 3 and 4 years. One of them had never been checked out. They were both checked out the next morning.
Yes. When I was in junior high, it's when The Exorcist came out in book form. And that thing went all over Woodland Junior High with highlights in it. You know, we didn't have to go to the library. But like I said, we'll work with it. I will try to get the logistics worked out before that happens, before the 90 days is up, and then have you all vote on the committee. They are removing you from the equation. So it'll go from a committee made up by people I decide on, who are probably going to be other librarians. And then they'll meet, read the book. The person has to first come to me with a complaint. And it's all spelled out here of what we have to do. And you can look it up if you type in Arkansas Senate Bill 81 in your browser. It'll take you right to a place where you can print it out and look at it. The first part of the bill is directed at the school libraries, as Travis knows. And then the last part is to public libraries. I'd say the last, from page 7 on, is for public libraries, 7 through 10. If we don't do what they say, the librarians could get a felony or, let's see. Well, they can be charged with a crime. So I'll have to look that up again in a bit. But I encourage you to read the bill and just because you may have to be familiar with it too at your local level. But I think it's going to come here because of the funding. And I will keep you posted on that. That really should have been another agenda item, but I didn't know, since I placed the original agenda out, if I could adopt it. So, but
So will you have to choose a new committee every time someone complains about a particular book? Is that what I understand?
I don't know. I think it may be able to be a set committee. We're supposed to get a little more information from the state and guidance, and then I can always talk to the county attorney too and see what he has to say. But anyhow, it's approved, and we just have to work with it the best we can. So the other thing that I've got going on besides the annual report is we are transitioning from having to log into servers here to logging into servers where the software lives. So that if the power goes out down here, the libraries will still be able to access Polaris, even though we might be down. It also means that I don't have to buy any more equipment other than the computers that we use for our daily duties. It also means that the librarians can use their logins and maybe log into a laptop and take it to, as one librarian asked, does that mean I can take my laptop to the farmer's market now? And they can sign up people for library cards. And so I think that's going to give us a little more freedom. It's going to make it easier for the next person that comes in here to do this. And then we'll still use county IT for email and internet. And so I think it's going to be worth the money in the long run. And we approved that project in the budget last year. So, but I've been having trouble getting it to work. The county has their machines locked down very tightly, as they should. And we're having trouble getting it installed in here. I'm hoping that when I go out to the libraries and install it myself, that it will be easier. And, but I don't really feel confident at this point, but we're going to get there. The annual report is due on the 21st. The cutover date for this project is April 24th. And in the meantime, we had our courier fall, and I think I told you about this last time. And he is out on family leave. And so I'm running the courier 1 day a week, and then another staff member is running it the other 4. And that takes a half a day. So, but we're making it so far. We're doing okay. And did you read the librarians' reports?
Mhm.
I don't need to go over those for you, do I?
We added a
No, ma'am.
puzzle. We added a puzzle exchange too at Prairie Grove, which was, I think, inspired by Farmington's thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is. That's great. Well, I guess then we'll move on to finance. If y'all don't have any questions. Wait a minute. Let me look at my real agenda. Yes. Financial report. And so this is always the big financial report because it has the last 2 months of 2022 and the first 2 months of 2023. So what I did is I put the 2022 is 3B1 through 3B13, and 2023 is 3B14 through 3B26. And I don't know if anyone had any questions about any of the entries. There has not been a lot of different things. It's getting actually sort of redundant. The grease pig on 3B3 is for an oil change. And as I've mentioned before, we have to break that down into parts and
Parts,
labor, and the oil.
I was gonna say the disposal or whatever.
We were ordering lots of Baker and Taylor and Midwest tape for Greenland and Winslow. They're at the end of the year, and Overdrive. In December, what I did this year, which I didn't know we could do, is in November, before the deadline, we made purchase orders to encumber that money. And so we could continue ordering after November 15th. And so we were able to get things in through the end of the year. And,
Well, that was a lot of work in November, though, I'm sure.
well, it always is, but
That's
we
why
try
the
and spread
amount,
it out.
is that why the amounts seem to be different? The larger on the overdrive, is that why that happened?
Overdrive has gotten more expensive.
Yes.
They have raised the prices of the downloadable ebooks and audiobooks. But we've also, since COVID, we have been purchasing more. We actually cut back a little bit this year because we had some other expenses. But yes, that's why they were that way last year. And in the new year, we can't really start ordering again until our subscription starts again in February. And so that's why there's a little gap. But that gets through the treasurer's report with all the transactions. And if you don't have any questions on that, we can go ahead and look at the statement of operations, which is at the end of December. And it shows how much money we expended on our budget. 3B9, you can see that we expended 96% of employee-related costs, 48% on supplies, 99% on other services, which also includes the library funding. So that's part of why that's such a big number. I don't know why I have 3B11 in there. I haven't been putting that in. That's the children's funding, and or when we had children's librarian. We did 84% with spending at Greenland and only 77% at Winslow. There's getting to be more selection. There for a while during COVID, there weren't very many movies being produced and books being published. And so we're that's picking up too. If you go to the 3B14, we start off the year with a balance of $1.765 million. And the things that, let's see, trying to see, I know that there's, usually we pay Innovative right there at the beginning of the year, but I'm not seeing it. I don't see it, which is funny because we usually might get it in.
It's on 3B16. There's
16.
innovations. Yeah. It's
Okay.
like it's like the 6th or 7th
I see
trend.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The 30,000.
Right.
Okay. That's really the only thing, that it's once a year. And then we'll pay another amount when this project gets completed. But we have the money for it because we budgeted it. Office Depot has changed their name to ODP Business Solutions.
ODP, is it Paul?
Yes. And does anybody have any questions about that treasurer's report for January? Did I just get?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you remind me what Brown and Brown is?
It's insurance through the county for their, one is for the building and one is for the contents.
Okay.
Like at Greenland and Winslow.
Yeah. Got it.
Apparently, I did not print out Oh, there's February. Okay, 3B18 through 3B21. So that's all of the treasurer's reports. And when we get to the statement of operations on 3B22, this is as of March 8th. And so we have, one of the things we did this year, since we learned about being able to do those POs, we had normally done them for utilities and things like that that are pretty much the same every month. But we were able to do our purchasing that way too. And so we'll be able to order again past the deadline because we have that money already encumbered. But it makes it look like, you know, the library funding is 100% used, but that's because it's already encumbered. And then when you get to 3B25, Greenland is 95% encumbered. And Winslow is 94% encumbered. That doesn't mean it's spent, but it means we've already said we're going to spend this on items for Greenland and Winslow materials. And then if you go to 3B27, you'll see the cash flow. The most current is at the bottom of the page where it says ending cash balance 2022, and then it starts with January 23. And so we are a little bit under last year, but I think we're going to have more taxes come in towards the end of the year again. But we always operate the first 5 months really without any new income other than treasurer's commission refund. So any questions on any of this? Anything look like it's wrong to you or
It looks good to me, Glenda.
Yeah.
okay. Would somebody make a motion, please?
I move that we accept the financial report as presented.
A second.
Was that you, Karen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And a vote, please,
Yes.
or show of hands.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Well, that takes us to the next, our new business, and which is the first item is the election of officers. And anyone want to volunteer for treasurer or chair?
Like crickets.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I can't do it, so. And y'all know I try to make it as easy as possible for you.
Make it super easy.
You do, Glenda, and I appreciate that. In the back of my head, I'm thinking either Susan or Karen are to do that. But if they don't want to, I'll take on the role. I just don't think
Well,
I'm as good as they are.
I know that you're on the school board, so you're chair of the school board, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm the president of the Farmington one.
Okay. So,
If I can run the meeting and ask for motions
okay.
if that's what's required.
If someone else wants to volunteer,
Are you gonna,
Karen, I keep looking at
are you
Karen.
gonna promise that you don't retire?
I won't retire this year.
That's a year promise, Karen.
That's a year problem. Well, then we can.
Well, that's how long you have to serve.
Did
We
you
can
like
take
that?
turns.
It's just
Susan.
for this year.
We can take
True.
turns.
Take turns.
I'm serious.
Why don't you do it this year, Karen?
I can do it this year. I'll do it this year.
Okay. And we'll make the
I
meetings.
nominate,
And we'll make
Yeah.
Susan do it next year.
I might be more prepared next year. How about that?
Okay.
Than this year.
Okay.
So Travis?
I
you were
nominate
saying-
Karen McCraddock. I nominate Karen McCraddock to be chairman of the library board.
The head of the puppet club.
I second it.
Thank you.
Okay. And a vote, please.
I
Aye.
am.
Aye.
Or show of hands.
Aye.
Aye.
Then I abstain, or do I not abstain?
I don't know.
You can
Okay.
vote for yourself.
Okay, I'll vote. There you go.
Who would like to serve as vice chair? Which would mean you would run the meeting if Karen can't make it.
I'll do vice
Be
chair.
good
How
practice.
about that, Karen?
That'd be good
we, can,
practice.
we can do this together.
Yes, ma'am. I like that. That's good.
Can we have a motion for that?
I move
Um,
Susan as vice chair.
Second.
Okay, give me just a second, please. All right, and a vote, please, or
Yes,
show of hands.
you
Okay.
can vote for yourself.
Aye.
Okay, thank you all. That next, well, I guess I can let Karen do this, but
Okay.
just introduce it and then I will explain.
Okay. Well, I guess we're on to the additional funding required for a van purchase, and I can't imagine why, because everything's gone up in price.
Well, the funny thing is I don't know if y'all remembered, but Gary told me that I needed to request more money. And so when I requested 45,000, which was what you all voted on,
Right.
I did not update it in my copy of the packet, but I did send it in to the comptrollers as a capital expenditure. So I thought we only had $35,000,
Ah,
but it turned out that it didn't get approved as capital by the quorum court. And so it didn't get put into the budget. And they will be taking care of that this next board meeting, or quorum court meeting, and making it an approved capital expense. And then I can go ahead and make arrangements to get a new van. But
okay.
it was kind of a comedy of errors, because I looked at my paper, but I hadn't updated. And then they didn't see it. We've had change in comptrollers since then too. And we weren't the only one that didn't get our capital expense. But we've got it. They have one on the state bid list for $43,250. So that'll take care of that. So I really, the main thing I wanted to talk to y'all about was what I brought up in the director's report, was just what the effects of the Senate bill would be. You all won't be directly affected, but your libraries may be, and I may be, and we'll do what we need to do. And at least there'll still be access. The material will be available if your parents approve. So.
And they have it. Do they have a current list of stuff that needs to be pulled? Is that my understanding, or no?
There
have
are.
Yeah, I
Go
was going
ahead,
to say, they, Karen, they've got a pretty extensive list of books, and it runs the gamut from Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut to
Oh,
All Boys Aren't Blue by
yeah.
George Johnson, and
Okay.
it's pretty extensive.
I've
If I
seen it.
think about it,
Okay.
I will share with you all a couple of websites that they use that
Okay.
these people will go through, and they will find passages in these books they find offensive, and what
But
they are going to try to challenge.
But
Yeah.
they can't bring a list, is my understanding in the bill.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is there is a
Oh,
list,
yes.
and they're going to work from that list.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm
and
gonna
they
start
share
looking at the
them.
list and saying,
Yeah.
this is what I wanted. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So our policy at the school district here at Farmington is they can challenge 2 at a time.
Okay.
Okay,
And yeah, so and I'm not sure what that's probably going to have to change with SB 81, but that's our current policy.
okay. And I will work on a county policy and run it past the county attorney
And that
and have that ready for y'all at the next meeting.
it would
I'm
be
sorry.
nice if the county policy included per family or per individual, so that one person can't call multiple libraries with different challenges.
Well,
That
I
makes sense?
think if it's challenged one, there's the funding thing that would probably kick it up to us. And then that would be a county-wide.
Right. But if they, like
Okay.
Travis said, if they have a cap of 2 challenges per time, that person can't
Yep.
call Prairie Grove with 2 challenges and then call Winslow with 2 different challenges and then call West Fork with 2 different challenges.
Well, what I got pointed out a minute ago, Karen, is that is our current policy.
Okay.
SB 81 will go into effect, I think, 90 days after it passes.
Right.
And then at that point, everybody will have to amend their policies to comply with SB 81.
Okay.
I haven't read it all yet. I'm tired of reading Senate bills right now, to be honest. So
Yes. And the thing is they're probably going to come to me.
Yes.
Because most of the funding for the libraries, in most cases, comes from us. And so that means they'll be coming to me, and then I'll make a committee, and we'll just see, what I can get down in writing. And I'm kind of like Travis. I've read it several times, but right now,
it's pretty old, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And I've got to get these the annual report so that we can get state aid. I have to get that turned in. I have to get this project done, and I will get to the policy as soon as I can. So, and hopefully maybe we'll be able to get some help from the state library too. I will say that the ACLU sued the Missouri legislature over their equivalent of Senate Bill 81. And then the legislature cut all the state aid for the public libraries. So, which was interesting. But anyhow, we'll do what we need to do. And that's really the last thing I have.
That's good, because I've got to leave soon for guitar. I was gonna have
Okay.
to yeah.
Okay. So that will be probably June. It may take effect.
So we need to meet before then to approve
The policy.
the policy. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So maybe this is a little different, but maybe we could meet before Memorial Day
Yeah.
or right after. Does anybody have any conflicts or?
I mean,
Generally on Thursdays,
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon, I'm fairly clean from a schedule standpoint, so I should be good.
I don't know when school gets out.
I think Westport gets out the 24th or 25th of
Yeah.
May.
the 18th might
Yep.
be better. I don't know. What do y'all think?
That's fine by me right now.
Okay. And I'll do.
I
my
don't know what
best
end
to-
of the year stuff will come up. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
the 18th works fine right now.
Okay. Let's shoot for that. And I will try and get the policy out to you all.
And that way, if we can't get quorum, we can maybe have a chance to get it in before the deadline. The
And we
policy.
Right.
should have our two
Well,
new members also,
Yeah,
right?
we should have
Okay.
2 new board
Okay.
members at the next meeting.
Are we
hopefully.
are we thinking 3:15 or 3:30? What works better for you, Susan?
The 3:30 really 3:15 or 3:30. I think Glenda said it has to be on the hour or half hour. Is that right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
3:30 was fine
3:30
by
is
me.
better for me too. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And one of those board members works at a
That
school,
works.
so
Oh,
Okay.
that works better then.
that'll
Yeah.
probably work better for her too.
Okay.
At this point, as long as we can do this, are you all okay with meeting by Zoom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Especially, I know that, like you said, the end of the year gets a little crazy.
Mhm.
So, anybody have anything else they want to talk about or bring up? I'm sorry, I'm doing Karen's job.
Nope,
Kind of, but
It's all
I'm-
good.
I'm-
I will see if I can get the settings fixed on my phone so y'all can make fun of how I look.
Because
I would like if you could send us that list, Travis. If you could email us that list, I'm kind of curious of.
I will. Yeah,
gonna-
if you would
Sure,
send me a
number of
reminder,
them.
send me a reminder. I'm about to go start
I'm
working
gonna
a
get
food
on and
pantry.
print the bill and try to muddle through it. And I'm sure I could come up with a list that's probably current for Arkansas.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure- I know there's websites out there that
Yeah,
they-
the Moms for Liberty is one group.
okay.
There are just, the list of banned books for that
Oh, yeah,
matter.
I mean, yeah, it's a fairly easy, yeah.
So,
So I can-
um,
I'd like to say thank you to you, Glenda, for all that you've done. The
Oh,
patience
well.
that you've had with all of us and everything that you do to make the county library board easier for us, but not just that, what you do to make the libraries work all throughout the area. I
She's
appreciate it.
amazing.
Well,
That's
thank
why I
you very
said She
much.
can't retire.
I'm not retiring this year.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My chair today, the arm fell off of my chair.
I will pitch in some money to buy your chair.
Oh, no. The idea,
Susan and I might just buy it for
when the
you.
chair goes, then I'm gone. It's been doing this for a long time. I'll sit down and sometimes I'll go down
It does that
and then
sing.
sometimes it'll, but if you want to, Karen, if you'd like to.
If we're
adjourn the
ready.
meeting- I'm sorry.
We need a motion. Yeah, we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So
Yes.
moved.
So moved. 16:20. Who seconds, please?
I'll Oh, where'd you go?
Thank you, Susan.
I'll
You're right.
second.
Yeah, Travis.
Yes, it's 4:20.
Yep, 4:20 is what I got.
Okay. And
Well,
so
it's
we'll plan to meet again on May 18th.
3:30.
We'll have two new members.
Awesome.
I'll have that policy done and we'll do good.
All
We
right.
will. Very
Thank
good.
you.
See
Y'all,
y'all.
thank you, and thank you for being
Have-
so patient and trying so many times to get this meeting done.
It's all good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Y'all
Bye.
have
Bye-bye.
a good month, okay? Bye-bye.